Welcome back to Pops and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis 4. We're playing as Genoa, which has grown a tiny bit because we're going for a custom achievement called Honest Competition, designed by bisaVCI in the comment section, named inaptly by me. We have to take all of India for the Mass of India achievement while keeping the Genoan trade node, the most powerful trade node in the world. At 390 ducats, it probably is. It's been a while since we've looked into the ledger, so why not? Let's have a quick look at the trade nodes ledger and then look at what do we need total. And there we go. Genoa up top, Ragusa, which we're essentially fishing everything out of, second, and then so on. The top, what's that? 6 trade nodes are ones that we are the most power in, if I remember correctly. Definitely most of the money from all these trade nodes is flowing to us. And then there's Sevilla, and then the English Channel. We have a bunch of other rules. We don't get to indulge in any overseas shenanigans, but that is not currently a problem because we're taking the endless way. We're going to India, and we have made it to the borders of India. We now just need to take all of it, just. And that is a republic, because we did decide to stay a republic, which hampers our absolutism a lot. I should, but I don't wanna. As real good, well, it's definitely worth thinking about switching to, say, a noble elite, because we get 30 more absolutism, max absolutism, which we're at cap. We'd be at cap again. It would not be a problem, and that would help so much with our expansion. But I kind of want to stay a merchant republic. Also, I still don't know what happens if I lose plutocracy and I already have the plutocratic idea group. No clue. No clue. We might just stay. It's fine. It's a bit annoying that we have to pay so much and so relatively slow to take a bunch of land, but imperialism will come and things will improve, won't they? All right, we are prepared / preparing, but mostly prepared to attack the Austrian, but we can't. Well, I thought we couldn't, because I'm a dumb fool. I'm called last episode the they call it the invisible diplomat, because somehow my diplomat was gone. I had only these 3 people annexing and not the 3rd one. Yeah, the 4th one available. Turns out I was, as bisaVCI correctly pointed out, of course, in the NX integrate section here in my slightly long outliner. It's hardly an outline anymore. The diplomats are here. We still have 4 diplomats. Still a guy working in Austria. It's all normal. This also explains, I've been complaining about the fact that sometimes this tooltip here shows the annexation timer and sometimes the predicted end of the annexation, sometimes it doesn't. That's because here I'm hovering over the diplomat, and here we're hovering over annexation. Does that make a lot of sense? No. I think it should do the same thing, but I get why this is from a technical point of view, and I now understand what my mistake was. So we could technically declare war on the Austrians any day, which includes a war on the Mamluks. Now, speaking of war against the Mamluks, bisaVCI also pointed out that I still do want some land from the Mamluks and Tunis, because I want to connect my Tunisian land up. And I do. But if I want to take land from, I could separate piece them for land, of course, at double the war score cost and increase aggressive expansion, which might be fine, considering that this land probably doesn't cost too much in war score, and the AE down here is outrageous anyway. So probably not the biggest lever. How much war score are we talking about? 5, 9, 13, 19, 24, and I technically don't need this. 24%, double that up, it's 48%, that's fine. That's something we can take in a separate piece, no problem. Without making them co-belligerent. And the reason I don't want to make them co-belligerent is twofold. One is that we still have a truce, and I don't necessarily want to wait for it. And the other is that they're allied to Naples, and I don't fancy the idea of also fighting Naples at this point in time. We could do it the other way around, use Naples to get in on the Mamluks, but then we'd be fighting France. That doesn't seem like a great idea either. Nah, I'm gonna figure out a way against Naples at some point, maybe when France is busy. I don't want to have to deal with that right now, I don't think. Alright, but I do like the idea of going now and maybe even taking land from the Mamlukians. You're just suppressing, you have no morale because was it drilling a minute ago? Did I swap over to this? No. Maybe I did it at the end of last episode. I don't know. Meet up, regain your morale. I did switch out my infantry, but there's also cannons in here, so I'm not quite sure why. Either way. 66,000 troops over there, that'll be alright. And then another 39 over here, that should not be drilling then. They might spend some time suppressing those rebels in Nizza. Forgot why they're rebellious. But they are... Oh, because I'm not converting them? Who am I converting? I'm converting somebody. What? I must have completed conversion of wherever I was doing. And you guys must still have zeal, yeah. 4 more years of zeal, okay. And you were rebellious because of our extension and generally not liking me. Fine. Fine. Okay. That all seems alright. Our course here are coming in smoothly. I will not be able to do scutage toggling at war. So once again, we're at the point where we don't want this to end during the war. But I think we'll be done before 41, won't we? It will speed up though. Gotta keep that in mind. But I really don't want to wait. Let's do some rough math. We're missing about 200 points here. If we were to do 4 a month, that means we get, what, 50 month, which is 4 years instead of what is saying now is 6 years. That makes some sense. Can we do a war against Austria in 4 years? Probably. Hopefully. I could put them in scutage now so they don't join. That might actually work. That might work. And I think I'm fine having Khorasan on scutage. You're the one done first, right? February 6th. Oh no, you are the one done first. So that would mean I need to put you on scutage as well. Unless I have another button I can use here. How rebellious are Serbia is not rebellious at all. I'm already transferring their trade power and they're still not rebellious. Otherwise I could have used the divert trade in order to make them less libertarian. I think I turn on scutage. They're not much help at war anyway, right? I mean, it's 14,000 troops, sure. But I put them on scutage in the hopes that I can toggle on and off at war if they never joined the war in the first place. I'm going to do the same to Khorasan. Did I just do it to Khorasan? No, I did it to Serbia. Khorasan also scutage. So now they'll pay me more money, but not join my my wars. If I turn this off, they get 25% limited desire. Doesn't mean I need to click this multiple times to actually get them angry enough. But yeah, I mean, ideally we finish the war before anything happens. But this is kind of close. We only have, what, 200-ish? That's also 200-ish points. I mean, I guess they're somewhat close, so of course it's always also same-ish, right? Anyway, let's just do a blitzkrieg against Austria. No. Is it a pun? It's probably not a pun. Intended. Yep. First loading of the day. I have to re-rival these folks. As soon as there's a monthly tick that realizes that my autonomy is not as low as it looks. There we go. Should now be able to re-rival you. And re-rival you. It's daft, but it is what it is. We only have the one claim on Austria, but that has to be good enough. Slightly unfortunate. Because we're in a bit of a rush here. Oh, you're drilling. Whoops. That's a mistake. I don't know what happens if you're in Scootage and I have you in the land. You might get black flagged. Because with allies it does. I don't know if... because they won't join the war. I don't know if I can still be there and not get black flagged. Let's not risk that. How much am I getting a month here? 1.5. We need 25, I assume, for the next claim. I made a claim on grain, and I think the next biggest thing was hum. That I could even claim. Hum requires 25. Add 1.5, and we need another 10. So... math. It's not a lot of math, but it's more math than I think I'm willing to spend here. I'm going to bring the guy home. I do need some ticks here, so we have at least one more tick so we get some morale back. It's probably fine to go now. Because surely the Austrian won't have the giant army right next door, and I will be... Oh, you're also drilling? I mean, that's smart of me to have put my people on drilling and that, but it's not smart to forget that they're drilling. Okay. At least one more turn so we don't get accidentally stack wiped here. And maybe get you close and give you one more. At this point, maybe I could have actually gotten my extra claim there. Probably not, though. This has to be enough. Let's go. No risk, no fun. We don't have time. Mantua is not coming in. Mamluks and Scilly are coming in, and England is coming in. These folks are not coming in. You would need to be promised land because you're dead. And you're fighting another war. And you might come in afterwards. What's your war? Oh, the Danes. Right. Once you're done with the Danes and it's looking decent, you might be willing to join them. And if not, we just fight this alone. We'll go it alone. It's fine. What are even these numbers? What are even numbers? Really, if you think about it. Yeah, we're not gonna make anybody co-belligerent. I don't care about Scilly, question mark? 16 development. What a farm estate. Not that I couldn't just build one. No allies other than Austria. An elector. But I doubt that the emperor... No, they would join in here. I don't quite know what that means for the call to arms when I co-belligerent. But I think it would be silly calling their allies to arms and then Landshut would say yes, so we're not doing that. We're just gonna go for Austria, and Landshut hates Austria, which is why they won't come. I don't care about Landshut, but they would bring the whole... well, all their own allies, and I don't want to deal with that. We're going to take Crane. We're going to say, oh, this is fine. We're going to go. I should have put my troops right at the border so I could stack wipe the silly people. But that's going to have to be alright. I might just want to rush for Ushmain. Seems reasonable. Hope that there's not a giant Mamluk army right there. And you probably want to go for Qatif. And you folks, who I placed here for a reason, but not a very good reason apparently. I think I'll have you ship over There doesn't seem to be an Austrian Navy around anymore. Which helps a lot with my plan of just shipping you over there. Ah, there is an Austrian Navy though. But we made it in time. Good. Now, people joining coalitions again, as they do when they feel that they can get away with it. You take Scilly, you take Angram, you be back up. I think. So once again, what's happening here is that people are seeing... Where are you going? To Aqaba? Okay, fine. That people are seeing that we are fighting a high number of enemies. And they consider that as part, essentially, of their coalition strength. So they join that coalition, which they were earlier too afraid to do. Just gonna get you there. The Mamluks are trying to do... Okay, I'm gonna send my combat navy over here. It's gonna be slightly annoying because, once again, my coast will probably be raided immediately by the freaking Tunisians. But, I mean, what can you do? Good. You know, something we'll have to give. Why am I not actually going for the thing? Let's go straight for Ushmune. Yeah, everybody's like, ooh, coalition can finally fight those Genoese people. No, you can't. Even if you did attack now, you wouldn't be able to. Let's just hope they don't, because I don't want to bother with it. Spain rivaled me. Can I really sue out Scilly? I think I can, right? Maybe not. Full annexation. They're not quite into it yet. Yeah, coalition might form. Screw you, people. Dip power. It's not like we're swimming in dip. Because we're spending a lot on annexation. But it's also not like we're not able to quickly catch up on dip later. With all that money we have. So it's probably fine. I'm not sure how much I really want Scilly. Is the thing. I think it costs extra. Doesn't it cost extra aggressive expansion too? I take it from a non-co-belligerent. I think it does. I think that would be a bad use of my aggressive expansion in Herb. It doesn't look scary here, but I think this would be a mistake. I think we'd rather have more Austrian land. Ideally, a bunch of land we have claims on, but we don't have a lot of claims, as we noticed. Bengal joining the coalition. Come on, people. It's not like I'm scary. Why would all of Europe join the coalition against me? I know why. I mean, let's go defensive at the mere sight of a sieging army. Even though these folks don't have the manpower right now to siege the place, I don't want to risk missing the time when they do. You're running away, but I want to fight you. I'm gonna sink your fleet. Do I have a... I don't want to... Yeah, I guess I'll have to. Don't love it. Ooh, good person though. Because if dip is a concern, and spending dip on getting an admiral, which is very limited usefulness, is not great. I don't think you're a state. No, you're not. I'm not going to make this state just to turn on the defensiveness edict and thereby turn off my ability to have them flogged. No, that's not at all what I meant to say. It's something I would like to do. My ability to have them something, and for them to be in the... Oh, no, this is fine. Words. They will leave the trade thingy-bob, trade company, if I state them, and then unstate them later. And, well, once I state them, they leave. the unstating doesn't matter. And yeah, we keep on going here, I think. Keep going through those ideas as fast as possible so we can get to that governing capacity bonus and have a reduction of all our tech cost. Monarch point cost. Free corruption, woohoo. We have no baseline corruption. Alright, because I didn't take dip tech. Right. And we lost a galley and crunched a bunch. Decent enough. And we can call in our Commonwealthian friends. Now, do I want to? I think I still do. Yeah, that seems fine. Sure, they want Austrian land, but not the land I want right now. And I don't need to give it to them. It's just that they won't hand it over to me if they take it. And getting them busy here seems like a great idea. Yeah. Yeah. Come in here. Call to arms! To arms! And I already put my fort in Crimea on defensiveness. Because I have money on the wazoo and I don't want to have to deal with those folks. You mercs are going to kill those folks. Very nice. And I'm going into Mamlukian Heartland down here. There's an invasion here. A invasion. I know it's an invasion. But that's probably not the hugest issue. It does kind of feel like that means that they are leaving me mostly alone down in Arabia, doesn't it? What are we talking about here? How many Mamlukian troops? 43,000 infantry, makes it 50,000, 75,000. And this is this is essentially all the Mamluks there are. Which is awesome, because that means we can go and carpet siege the heck out of this while also starting to siege Janbu al-Bar. Just have to keep an eye on them turning around. And they might kill my Iraqi subject over there. And I'm not gonna hold it against them. So detach 1,000,000 troops here. 18,000. Try to select them all. And then put them into all these places. Seems these? I'm not actually using all 18 because I didn't send anybody to Al-Ula, but with the fort there it's not very useful to do, so I decided not to. On the fly. Of course, you can take Farah Frey. That capital is going down. Yeah, we should have a relatively easy... Come on. What's with the instant wall breach? I mean, you probably just click the button. That disregard of good military power. It's saddening. I might want to ship somebody over to Greece. Like these 33 who just chased the enemy out of Como. They might just go over to Greece. Speaking of ships, I should really have put you into a port somewhere with a shipyard. I also should be taking control of this territory. Oh, we know where all the Mamluks are, right? Yeah. Let's go with a decent stack. Last time I sent just a few troops there, I got surprised by a Mamlukian stack coming out of the Fazan corridor. And I don't want to try that again. This is not a state, is it? Kurdistan? No. Oh, I could go, probably. Can I do this? At war? Can I go states, trade company investments, company garrison? Enjoy. Enjoy. I could put that everywhere, I have the money. But I mean, if I can just put it on forts when I need it, that seems useful. There goes Angram, done and dusted, which means I can eat that one stack for free. I can also move straight into Vienna, which does seem useful. I did call in my friends, didn't I? I did. Oh, you're still in your Danish war, though. I thought the fact that you were willing to join meant that you're not. But no. But no. Well, this only being... I can't split you up because you're mercs. A horse, a horse. Yeah, sure. Put 68,000 people on a single fort. I'm sure that is manpower efficient. As they say. How many... we don't know where the Austrians are. I mean, we know there's 16,000 Austrians around here. We know there's 20,000 Austrians here and there's another 25. How much are we talking about? 72. That's 50. Yeah, it's most Austrians accounted for. So I think I can just have you siege down my favorite fort in Echtal. I don't know how often I've sieged down Echtal in my life. We know there's another bunch of weird allies around here, though. Gotta be slightly careful about that. Like silly people and all that. Let's try to get you down there. Hope they don't get any ideas with their boats to attack my transports. I might wanna... Yeah, just so... Oh, that's the wrong button. Not obsolete ships. Has that always been there? Attach obsolete one? I want to attach damaged ones. Where's the attach damaged again? There, repair damaged. A colleague of mine did chew me out for that. Oh, he did that in comments, openly. Right, so... I guess it's no big breach of secret. And chew me out is very, very excessive as a term there. But he did. It was mean. How are we looking here? Okay-ish. I think we can rush this. Occupation, occupation, occupation. Take that Vienna down. 10 cannons might not be enough for Vienna. No, it is. Do you have siege pips? No. Bit of a shame. Could you have brought siege pips? No. You're going there. That seems fine. You're gonna go to... Yep. All groovy. I feel like 200 of my light ships protecting trade in the Genoa node should scare off the few pirates that the Tunisians have. But no. But no. You have your friend there who lost some, well, friends to attrition. You can walk into Jambu al-Mar, meet up. It's what? Jabal Shamar? No, Jambu al-Mar. Jambu al-Bar is that place. I never claim to be good at geography, and my Arabian geography is especially poor. Oh, are you actually that smart? Fast enough? No. What to say? How dare you run away from my naval landing defense? Half price for defense advisor. I don't care. I take defensiveness in Sinop. I rarely do. But the half price is not a thing I care for. Not in this campaign. Also really not currently in our Chris campaign because we have apparently reached a cap of the price of advisors. Seems to be you can't reduce the advisor price by more than 90%. And we effectively have 100% advisor cost reduction in that campaign. Spoiler if you haven't started watching it yet. I mean, it's not really a spoiler, is it? But pop you. Am I nice to my friends here and take their stuff back? That seems rather wasteful. Let's just march into Giorgio here. Get the Emperor shaking. Good on you got that reference. I mean, it's not that difficult, suppose. At least it's a contemporary reference and not something from 50 years ago when I was young. What am I doing here? I was thinking about blockading this. And I don't really need to, but what I can do, in fact, considering I have way too many troops on this anyway, let's grab this many troops. Carefully measured 6,000 troops. And walk them into Trieste. And you, I will reduce to a 10-10 stack in a minute. Because we should be able to stack right here in Graz once you log in. Come on, there you go. Idea with the other stack is to throw the Austrian boats out of Trieste and crush them. Habsburgische Flotte. Please. As if a Habsburg wouldn't know what a boat is. What a joke. And then afterwards we can easily send our boats back home. Well, by back home I mean back into Egypt to deal with those Mamlukian boats that showed their noses. Good, you're actually doing some work there. Wouldn't mind you doing more work. But some is why you're doing more work. Very nice. Just don't die. Give me a bunch of sieges so I get war score quickly. Because I have a ticking time bomb. I have a thing. I could disable scutage. I assume that doesn't immediately call them back in, so I'm feeling somewhat okay. I think there's a good chance we'll be able to scutage toggle if necessary. And I mean, we already know it will be necessary to get those timings right. Ta-da! Expiring CB, I don't mind. Silly wants peace. Yes, Silly, but you know what? You're much more useful as a bargaining chip in the peace deal. Rather than separate piecing you for land for way too much expansion. There goes Dijabak here. Oh. I'm not used to that being my fort. It's like, oh, good, we took a fort. But this time, no, it's actually Mamlukian in nature. It'd be nice if I could take over their Indian Ocean fleet. Be kind of funny. It's not something you can do in a peace deal in the EU. But it would be kind of nice if it was. Like here, I let you go, but give me your boats. I mean, there's already buying boats and stuff in the game. Not that that's a very good mechanic. It probably would just be a garbage idea, frankly. Interesting fight here. Understaffed Polish. Oh, with only cannons? Yikes. That's not gonna be good. Yeah, the Königliche and Kaiserliche Armee has no morale, but you have only cannons. Cannons not very good in those front rows. But you're just nuking them in that fire phase. Holy fudge. Did you roll well? Not particularly. High 12 discipline, huge morale advantage. Horrible tactics disadvantage, wow. 1.5 from tech plus discipline, and you have... Oh no, this is just lying, is it? Why does it say 1.6 and the current value is 2.23? Don't quite get it. No clue. But we took Graz. I forget where that was. And surely, oh, it's here, of course. But the morale looks so good for the Polish that they'd probably still win that battle, even though it seems like it was an ill-advised one. Yeah, and there you see the problem coming in with those poor cannons getting pounded. But the Austrian cannons should also go. Yeah, frontline cannons, and then they're toast. Ripped. Killed 7,000 Polish Austrians at the cost of less Polish, pure. But, I mean, the money in those cannons is a real thing for the AI, I suppose. And no, you get caught by another 90,000. That's not going to be good for you. I can't come to help. Can I? Well, I technically can. Not feeling particularly. Let's try to see whether we are there in any reasonable time. I probably won't be. But I wouldn't mind my friend not losing that battle. Oh, you're trying to siege that fort? Have you heard of my friend the permanent quarters yet? That seems a bit dumb. I mean, I guess it's not really different than turning on an edict. Ah, there's backup coming in. Could have forced marched my troops. Do I have free forced march going on? Wrong age, apparently. So no. Ooh, are you gonna be there in time? 12th of July. Well, we have some time to still retreat if we're not gonna be there. Oh, it's gonna be super close. They'll make it. They'll make it. And we're not even needed. We won the siege of Vienna too. And we ate a bunch of those Austrian quote-unquote boats. They call it a boat. Let's get you over there. Let's get you, I suppose, helping, although that's probably unnecessary. You get me Gertz. That siege is not scary, and you folks can go back to grabbing me this place. So now the only scary thing, quote-unquote scary, is this. Siege of Damascus, Siege of Aleppo, which I would prefer not to lose. And I don't really have... Well, once we have John Boyalbar, we have troops available, don't we? You should be able to just walk in there. Excellent. You should be able to take Aqaba and not Sinai, thanks to the fort in Akarak. Alright. So that's going to stop me from reinforcing onto Damascus if we don't siege faster, which I know that we will. We'll see. Get all this stuff done. You... Why did you get a one stack in there? I mean, you should probably just build it, I suppose. Let's get you home as well. Try to be everywhere at once. Did not need to help here. I mean, my help was super important, and the Commonwealth should be glad to have me there. Whenever I do a carpet siege in this campaign, I get reminded that that's a new feature in the DLC that I haven't tried yet. And I still haven't. It's not really tons to carpet siege in the Quiz campaign. The enemies we're fighting right now don't have a lot of land. They have a lot of development because those travel mechanics seem crazy nuts. But they don't have a lot of land. Spare general? No. You're coming down there, chasing out the Mamluks for me. Chasing out the Mamluks for me. Good thing I have you coming back home. I suppose I sent you back home. There's still that Fezzan corridor threat. But I feel like this time we're not gonna get surprised over here. Crush me that fort. Good boy. With only 8 cannons too. Get people close to where they need to be. Ooh, interesting. I managed to move. Oh! Turns out we're 40 minutes into this episode. Now that I can actually see my timer. Thank you folks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. If you have anything at all to say, then you might just as well want to do that in that comment section, because it's a good place. And we've been having quite a few comments over there lately, and I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you folks for watching, and see you next time.